We certainly are. Back deep for John Glenn, number 21, Adam King and Jim McDonough.
I'll tell you, the team that doesn't turn the ball over is going to win this thing here tonight.
Kicking off will be Nick Farmer for Sheridan. McDonough and King standing at their own 15-yard line. Enough talk. Let's get this started. The kickoff. And caught it at his own 20-yard line and met at about the 27-yard line, and that's where John Glenn will start it from.
Well, the return was right up the middle, and Sheridan did a nice job that time. That's going to be number 13, and that's going to be Chad Coleman.
Let's take a look at the John Glenn offense up front. Larrick, Kornakovich, Black, and Heron, and the tight end will be Matt Hartmeyer, but he will rotate around. Adam Miller also in there up front. Wide receiver Jeff Smith and Greg Stam. Your quarterback Rick Varsel, Kyle Requard, and Adam King will see time at the wingback, but of course Nathaniel Morrow, the big fullback, number 1 in the MVL, and let's get it started, folks. The handoff will go to the left side. He's got some room, and a gain of about 9 yards on the play. Ball is loose.
They're going to call it down.
But they will call it down.
Boy, nice run right off the bat. Hey, how about Larrick? 6'8", 350? You've got to be kidding me. Where's he going to be playing at next year?
And that time, the handoff went to Adam King.
You'll see him follow his blockers right here on the left side. Does a nice job cutting back. Watch this hit right here at the end of this play. Takes his leg right from under, and the ball, good call by the officials. The ball cannot come out on contact.
That needs to be moved. A car from Muskingum County.
So they're bringing in the sticks to see if he got the first down. Looked to be about
737. I don't have
second and short, and we talked about
a yard short, and it is second and short right now, and that was one of your keys at the beginning.
Second and third and short, that's where you want to get in. You don't want to get into third and long and have to throw the ball. And we said what a huge offensive line that John Glenn has, especially when you have somebody 6'8", 350. That helps the totals.
And by the way, Sheridan has the best defense in all of the MVL. Second in offense is John Glenn. Tremendous matchup here tonight. Morrow is the lone back in the backfield. They need a short. They'll hand it off to Morrow. He stopped at the line of scrimmage. Forward momentum. Could be close. Sheridan crowd says no.
That'll be a first down. There's no doubt in my mind he got it. He only needed a yard or so. Nice job that time.
Nathaniel Morrow's numbers are very impressive this year. He is in the MVL first with over 1,400 yards. We take a look at the Sheridan defense. Up front, Porter, Fraunfelter, Forson, Frame, Porter, and Tabor. Your linebackers is where they make their living. Wilson, Culver, and Chunk. And your corners we'll get to in a moment. This time to Kyle Record on the right side. Flag down on the play. And Ryan Wilson is there on the backfield for the tackle.
Penetration that time on the Sheridan defense. Good job on the left side of the Sheridan defense of making the back go out wide. There's a penalty flag on the field.
And your secondary, by the way, at the cornerback positions, Tim Waits and Josh Stoltz. Safeties, Brian Murdoch, who leads the MVL in interceptions, and Brandon Fox. And the penalty will go down against John Glenn.
They're going to decline that. It's going to make it second and about 14 for John Glenn. I think John Glenn wants to take some time off the clock every time they have it. Shorten the game because Sheridan can be so explosive on offense.
So that brings up a 2nd and 15 ball at the 35-yard line, opening quarter. John Glenn trying to get some momentum to take the crowd out of it. They got a nice contingent from New Concord, though. And this time, Barstow's going to keep it, looking to pass. And it's almost intercepted, and it looks like it will be intercepted. Intercepted by Sheridan. Number 22, Tim Waits, all alone, and an easy interception and a turnover of the game.
That time the quarterback, John Glenn, kind of threw off rolling the wrong way this time. Watch how he hits show it, though, against his body, and boy, this is tough. He takes it right there and really right through the Sheridan defender. Nice job while he was on the ground.
So one of the keys also turnovers, and their first turnover game goes against John Glenn. So they'll take it over in John Glenn territory. Will Sheridan at the 44-yard line. A couple receivers to the left side, one to the right. The I formation, Culver and Mack in the backfield. And this handoff to Mack to the left side, met at the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of a yard at the most.
Number 54 for John Glenn, that's going to be Rob Drake. Did a nice job right on the interior line.
Gain of, in fact, a yard on the play. So that obviously brings up a 2nd and 9. John Glenn defense not too bad. 2nd in the MVL behind Sheridan. They've only allowed 1,800 yards altogether. Sheridan having trouble getting a guy off. He finally gets off. Receiver to the right side. The handoff to Mack on the left side. And that time he'll gain a couple.
Okay, good job again by the linebackers. John Lynn filling the hole. It's going to make it 3rd and about 6.
Sheridan offense, let's take a look at it up front. Dennis, Fraunfelter, Porter, Frame, Harmon, and McCray at the tight end. Your wide receivers will be Brian Murdoch and Brandon Fox. In the backfield, once again, Stoltz, Nathan Mack, and Chad Culver. We'll also see little John Schock and Ryan Wilson at those positions in the backfield. Right now, though, it's Culver and Mack. Nick Farmer also in there now for Sheridan. And a handoff to the right side to Mack. He'll get nothing on the play, if maybe a yard, and met by the entire John Glenn defense.
Well, I tell you, John Glenn did exactly what they wanted to do, was hold Sheridan to 3 downs. It's going to be interesting to see here on 4th down if they're going to go for it. Looks like the punting unit's going to come in. I think it's a good call to try to punt the ball deep down in their own territory.
Again on the play, 4th down and 5.
So 4th and 5 brings in the punting unit. That's Ryan Wilson is the punter. Back deep for John Glenn. Jeff Smith
I'll tell you what,
standing
Smith
at his own 10-yard line. And they're going to punt away from him.
Oh.
And a beautiful punt.
2-yard line, it's going to be down.
And they pin John Glenn back.
You know, Smith's a heck of a return man for John Glenn. They didn't want to punt it to him, so they punted it out of bounds. And wow, punted out on the 2-yard line. Wow. Watch the punt here. John Glenn had some pressure right up the middle. Couldn't get to the punter.
Ryan Wilson.
And Wilson, what a great job he does angling to the sideline.
3-yard line.
So they'll start at the 3-yard line, will John Glenn. And hit the coffin corner on that one. So 1st and 10 from their own 3. And the handoff to Morrow.
Number 40.
He's going nowhere. Gain of maybe a yard on the play, Todd.
This is a real critical for John Glenn here. Try to get a 1st down, so give your punter some room in order to punt the ball. Field position is so important at the beginning of games, especially in a big game.
Number 79,
this,
Justin
folks,
Frame,
is a
along with
huge
other
game.
defensive generals on the stop. Gain of 1 yard on the play, 2nd down and 9.
So they're in the wing T now. In motion, handoff to Morrow to the right side, bouncing around. Gain of nothing, it looks like, on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd and long.
And how do you throw the ball to John Glenn down your own territory? I think you almost have to do something because you definitely don't want to punt the ball from way down here.
Hard to tell it's a big game here, huh?
Yeah.
So 3rd and 8. 7:45 and ticking here in the 1st quarter. Morrow, King, and Requard in the backfield. And a flag goes down on the play as a handoff to Morrow. Gain of a couple, but about 3 flags down on the play.
But see, this play should have been called dead before the ball was snapped. And it's going to be interesting to see if that's what the call is going to be, because if not, that's going to be 4th down. It's definitely, when you have 2 men in motion, the play's dead. But they're going to mark the ball here. I'm surprised they didn't blow that play dead.
But every referee on the field threw his flag on that one.
So they let the play go. That's a big call. That's a real big call. That's what the John Glenn coaches are arguing right now. That play they think should have been called at the line of scrimmage when both men were in motion.
So that brings up a 4th down. The punter for John Glenn is their fullback, Nathaniel Morrow.
Boy, how good!
Standing in his end zone right now, Todd.
Sheridan's going to have great field position. Both guys are standing right around the 50-yard line. Nice punt.
Received at the 45-yard line, headed toward the 35, the 30 still on his feet. Finally dragged down is Brandon Fox. Fox 5th in the MBL in punt returns, averaging 10 yards, and got his average there. It's a little more. So once again, great field position for Sheridan. And now let's go down to our roving sideline reporter, Mr. Bill Simon. What's going on, Bill?
Thanks very much, Andy. We're about halfway through the 1st quarter now, and one of the concerns, as I was speaking to the trainers before the game, was not after the emotion runs out, which the players can be warm for, but once with the cold temperatures. What's going to happen to the players out here in the field as they move on through the 1st quarter and making sure that they're able to stay warm? I'll be back. We'll finish this coming up right after this play.
So 1st and 10. The fumble, the ball's on the ground. Sheridan will recover. Chad Culver had some problems in the exchange, but he recovered it. So we've had a couple of loose balls so far, Todd.
Ball spotted at the John Glenn 28-yard.
You'll see the handoff right here to the fullback, and good job that time by John Glenn. And Sheridan's like getting the ball back. I'll tell you something, as a player, you don't realize how cold it is once you start playing, because what happens is you're so much involved in the game. Sometimes we'd wear a lot of stuff and actually be hot in games like this, so I think they'll be fine.
So that brings up a 2nd and 9. Ball's on the 28-yard line in John Glenn territory. Looking to pass it, Stoltz goes across the field for Culver, can't complete it.
Well, he was open too.
And he was wide open.
Boy, John Glenn's defense did a nice job. We've seen Sheridan run 5 plays so far, and really haven't got much at all. It's 3rd and 9 again.
So let's send it back down to Bill Simon. And Bill, you were talking about the cold weather.
Right, that's exactly it, Andy. And Todd, as you said there, the players aren't going to have much of a problem staying warm. Certainly the excitement level of this game is not a problem. But really what the trainers want to do is make sure the players stay warm on the sidelines when they're not in the game. The stretching and everything like that isn't going to make a difference. It's making sure their muscles stay warm once they get to the sidelines.
Definitely don't want those muscles to tighten up. So a big 3rd and 9 for Sheridan. I formation. Other fumbles on the ground. Flag down on the play.
What's this call going to be? This guy's blowing his whistle before the ball was ever snapped. They're going to say the center was a dead ball. They're going to say the center moved the ball.
And it does go against Sheridan.
Watch right here. Boy, I'll tell you what, Sheridan's lucky here. That's not considered a fumble, although they may have got the ball back, but I'm not sure they did. I think John Glenn got the ball back, and that's a big call. Hey, I'll tell you something. We were so bad in high school when we played. It was so ugly so early. That's where people get cold when it wasn't a contest. Game like this, they died playing something like this when we were in school.
Todd Rock's athletic career. Flashing before our eyes. 3rd and 14. Ball's on the 33-yard line. Couple receivers to the right side. Mack and Culver in the backfield. Stoltz rolling to his right. Got pressured by John Glenn's going to change his direction. Throws it up, and that will fall incomplete.
I'll tell you what, they're having problems with some footing down here. He almost tripped twice, and we seen that in warm-ups, guys slipping around a little bit. So that could be a big issue in this game before it's over with.
It was intended for Brandon Fox.
Watch right here. Watch when he tries to plant. Watch his feet go out from under him. Does a nice job, and well, he had a wall on the backside if he could ever get back to it. 4th down, they're going to go for it.
So that brings up a 4th and 14. They will go for it. A couple receivers to the right side, including Fox and Murdoch. Mack and Culver in the backfield. Stoltz looking to his right side again, throwing across his body. He's got a receiver downfield. It's tipped around and it falls incomplete. Intended for Murdoch. And number 25, Jim McDonough, was step for step with him with John Glenn.
That's scary. What you want to do is knock the ball down on 4th down, and Sheridan receiver did a nice job coming back as the ball floated in the air. Boy, he almost caught that for a touchdown. Good job by the defensive back holding on once he made contact. Watch the quarterback roll out here, and he's got to roll back and get a shoulder square, which he does. Gets a little bit of air under the ball here, and it kind of hangs up here. Watch this receiver here come back and almost catch the ball right here. Man, right off his fingertips.
So 1st down, Kyle Reckart will get the ball, and they'll be tripped up at the line of scrimmage.
I think John Glenn's going to have to throw the ball sooner or later, because right now Sheridan's committing 7 to 8 men to the line of scrimmage.
Sheridan's defense, number 1 in the MVL. Only let up over 1,500 yards all season. They are stingy. 2nd and 10 for John Glenn, trying to get something going to get out of their own territory. Nathaniel Morrow in the backfield. They're in the wing tee. Reckart in motion. Morrow gets the handoff straight up the middle. He's still on his feet, and he'll get the 1st down. Nice piece of running by Nathaniel Morrow.
Did a great job holding on to the ball, because Sheridan was trying to grab the ball away from him. We'll see this right here. Watch a little dive here right to the fullback. Watch the Sheridan generals come right here and try to grab the ball. That's good coaching right here. Look at number 22 and right on the ball, holding on to the ball, and great run that time. That's a big 1st down for John Glenn to get some out of the field position.
Get a little breathing room here.
Right.
So the ball will be on the 44-yard line. That's what we expect to see out of them, jamming up people's throats with Morrow. He'll get it back, going right up the middle, but this time they plug the hole, gain on maybe a yard on the play.
Boy, Morrow is a nice athlete. Not only does he play football, but he plays basketball too. And Coach Gene Smith's out there listening. I think he should lift weights come basketball season instead of playing round ball, especially when we open up with him.
Oh, my goodness.
Let him lift weights for college.
It always comes back to that, doesn't it? That brings up a 2nd and 8. Receiver to the left. They're in the wing tee. 4:42 left in the first quarter.
Waggle.
And they're looking to pass up the middle to Kyle Requard. It bounces off and falls incomplete.
A little bit behind him that time. It was a little waggle play back to the backside. He was open. And look for John Lynn to come back now on 3rd and long and throw the ball here.
Rick Barstow on the year, 51 of 100 for 846 yards and 4 touchdowns for 3rd in the MVL.
Waggle play with the lineman out front. Boy, I'll tell you, that's a ball that you need to catch in a big game. It was a little bit behind him, but I'm sure the receiver would tell you I should have caught that one.
Of course, Requard, the junior, played quarterback last year for Barstow when he went down with a broken leg in the 2nd game. Here we go, 3rd and 8. Ball on the 46-yard line, looking to throw. Quick pass goes incomplete.
Great job by the defensive back of using his chuck here at the line of scrimmage and knocking the receiver out of bounds.
Intended receiver was Greg Stam, so that'll be 4th down and they'll have to punt. So once again, they'll punt the ball away. Nathaniel Marr will stand at about his own 33-yard line. Back deep, Tim Waits and Brandon Fox once again.
Let's see if they come after the punt this time.
And here they come.
Oh, outside of his foot.
And this one's a shank. Bounce out of bounds at about the 34-yard line, so Sheridan will have another crack at it here in the first quarter. And the pressure obviously got to Morrow that time.
Well, I'll tell you, the pressure from the defensive players, they were coming in from the outside. And, but, you know, still then, John Lynn picked up a couple first downs. They're a big first down there, 1 first down to at least move the ball down the field a little bit.
And this is Sheridan's worst field position of the game, starting at their own 38-yard line.
Who would have thought Sheridan been held to 2 and out both on the first 2 possessions, 3 and out.
Well, this will be a big drive for the John Glenn defense. Sheridan known to get off to a slow start and field teams out. Let's see what they can do here. I formation, 4:24 left in the first quarter. We have no score. And this one, a handoff to Culver. Actually, he will keep it with the quarterback right up the middle. Looks like a flag down on the play in the backfield. Fake handoff from Stoltz to Culver. He keeps it, gain of about 6 yards, but once again, a flag down on the play.
Motion that time against the offense.
And it will go against Sheridan.
Well, John Lynn's done a nice job so far of taking the fullback out of the option. That time the quarterback had to keep the ball, and boy, John Lynn, I'm really impressed with their defense so far here in the first quarter.
Sheridan's offense has a great 1-2 punch. Chad Culver, 5th in the MVL with over 845 yards. And of course, Nathan Mack is also over 800 yards, so they get it done in the backfield. And they are last in penalties going in.
2-yard line, I guess now.
Least penalized team in the MVL, and we've seen a couple here today.
Well coached when you are the least penalized team in the league.
So that brings up a 1st and 15. A couple receivers to the right, 1 to the left. I formation for Sheridan, ball on their own 33-yard line. And this time, again, a keeper by Stoltz. Gain of a couple on the play. Maybe back to the original line of scrimmage.
Should have blocked by Carter that time on the John Lynn blitzing linebacker. Did a great job filling the hole. And for John Lynn, that was Nathan Morrow. And I'll tell you, I'm not sure he's been hit that hard in a long time.
Nathan Morrow being recruited for his play on defense by the likes of, you know who,
2nd down and
Michigan State Spartans taking a look at the linebacker.
They need somebody to help them.
Now, we'll get to that in a moment because we haven't been together in a couple weeks, and it's been nice, folks. Here we go, 2nd and 10. Receivers to the right and to the left side. I formation for Sheridan.
Watch the split in out here at the top. He's got single coverage.
And he's looking at him to the left side. And apparently a pattern maybe run wrong by number 84, Nick Farmer, because he threw it short and he was going long.
And we noticed there was single coverage over there, and what a job once again by number 24, Jeff Smith. He's right up on there, and I'll tell you what, Jeff Smith, known him for a long time, good kid from a good family, and I'll tell you, that time they were going after him, and they had the size advantage on Smith, but he's a tough kid.
So brings up it's 3rd down, a 3rd and 10. I formation, receivers to the right and to the left. They're looking to throw, looking downfield. Got a receiver wide open. He's at the 40, and the ball's on the ground. John Glenn will recover it, going back the other way.
Oh, what a great job by number 11 for John Glenn.
Kyle Requard.
I'll tell you, this is a great job because not only does he strip him, he holds him down so the other defender can get the ball. That's a great play, good coaching, He's been taught to go over behind and strip the ball.
Paul McCray was wide open and had a huge gain. Kyle Reckford stripped the ball, held his guy down.
Watch it right here. This is a great defensive play. Okay, he's beat. So what do? Do we hang our head? No. Watch him go to the ball right here. Bang.
Oh, nice.
Now watch
trip.
him hold the guy down so the defender can get the ball. That's a great play.
So his teammate Jim McDonough can come get the ball, and they'll take the ball over at their own 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Handoff to Morrow. He'll gain maybe a yard or two on the play. A couple of turnovers.
See, anytime you commit 8 guys line of scrimmage like John Lynn did, blitzing people, there's going to be people open, and that time offensive line did a good job picking them up. And what a great play by the John Glenn defensive back.
Kyle Reckford, the junior, 6 foot, 150-pounder. Great play by him. Looks a little bigger than 150 pounds to me.
Yeah.
2nd and 7 for John Glenn. Kyle Reckford in motion. Barsaw looking to throw towards the right side. Scott pressure is hit, and it will fall incomplete. Chris Forson in on the tackle.
You love to
the
see
quarterback.
that. Big game, and he helps him up, and that's kind of sportsmanship you love to see. What a great job by the Sheridan defensive end that time. 3rd and long again for John Glenn.
Specifically a 3rd and 7. Remember, folks, this is John Kelly's only 2nd year at the helm of the John Glenn Muskies. Great turnaround for them. Be the first winning season for most of these seniors. 3rd and 7. Ball on the 41-yard line.
Glenn's out to the right.
And they'll hand it off up the middle to Morrow. He'll gain a couple short of the first down for about 3 yards, 2 yards.
See, if you're John Glenn, you get the feeling they're playing on emotions right now, but it's going to be hard to keep Sheridan off the scoreboard if you keep going 4 and out, or 3 and out.
To be 4th down and a short 3.
So 4th and 3, bring on the punting unit. Brandon Fox will go back deep, along with Brian Murdoch. John Glenn is going for their first MVL title in 16 years. Here's the punt. This one a better one than the last time. It will bounce at the 25-yard line and will roll.
Well, you hate to see that, let the ball bounce like that, because it's going to kick on down the field, and that time Sheridan's 2 receivers kind of got mixed up.
So they will take over. Sheridan will at the 15-yard line. Their field possession keeps getting worse each time. We have no scores. A minute 40 left here in the first quarter. Andy Kessel, Todd Rock, and Bill Simon alongside with you, and wow.
Well, I feel sorry for Bill. You know, he always has a great job.
Just in general, or?
Well, one time, you know, now it's cold, and all of a sudden we see him with the coat and the gloves, and
and he may complain, but that's okay. There's a lot of love in the air, folks. 1st and 10. Ball will be at the 16-yard line. A couple receivers split out. And this will be kept by the quarterback, Stoltz. Gain of a couple of yards on the play.
That's been their in the option. That's been their best option so far for the quarterback to keep the ball, because what John Lynn's doing, they're coming down hard on the fullback, and they're making the quarterback keep it. And that time they gained about 6 yards.
You know, it's funny, Todd. People always ask us, what does Bill Simon do? What does he do on the sidelines?
I'll tell you what, he gets a lot of money for what he does, and you know.
And one of our favorite things, he gets paid the big bucks to do what he does. He does it well. So that brings up a 2nd and 6, a minute and change here in the first quarter. Receiver to the left, couple to the right. Ryan Wilson is now the back in the backfield. The ball's loose again, and Ryan Wilson picks it up, heads towards the left side. He's got one guy to beat. He cuts it up the middle, taken down in John Glenn territory.
Boy, I tell you what, I don't think it was really a fumble. It was a late pitch, and I'll tell you something. I remember Sheridan back at Ohio State Stadium years ago. They ran a play like this for a long touchdown. It looked the same way, like there was no way. They came hard on the quarterback. He just throws it up, and the tailback catches this. Watch how quick he has to get rid of this ball.
And that shows how much we both know that we both call the fumble.
You know, right here,
right there, looks like he got it. Ooh, and it was a rough snap, rough pitch. Rod Drake saved the touchdown, so that brings up a 1st and 10. They're in John Glenn territory at the 43-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, I formation. And there's movement. Ryan Wilson still in there on the backfield, and there was movement against Sheridan.
Well, the only thing he could do there is keep going in motion once he makes the movement. But if he's supposed to get the ball, it's better to take the 5-yard penalty than not have a back there.
Well, we told you they got some explosive backs. Besides Mack and Kovar, Ryan Wilson and John Shank come in there, bring some fresh legs, and bring some more speed.
John Lynn's been successful when they've caused Sheridan to be in first down, second down, and long, and Sheridan had to throw the ball other than the one big pass play. So let's see if they stay with the option. It's been pretty good for them here the last couple of plays. Single man-to-man coverage.
First and 15, 20 seconds and counting in the first quarter, no score. And they will use the option to Ryan Wilson on the outside of the right side. He's at the 40, he's on the sidelines, the 20, the 15, one guy to beat. Touchdown, Sheridan.
Boy, I'll tell you what John Lynn's doing. They're moving their linebacker Morrow out, and I'll tell you what, they may have scored on that, but I'm not sure Sheridan can run this play on that long because their quarterback is getting absolutely killed by Morrow. They're pitching out, and that time the receivers did a great job blocking. Give Sheridan a lot of credit.
Like you said, they went back to the option and got it to the outside.
Watch right here. Watch the hit the quarterback takes by Morrow. Bang, right there. But there's no containment on the outside. And he's gone.
Ryan Wilson showing the speed, so here's the point after. And it's up and good. Nick Farmer nails it through. 7-0. Sheridan strikes first. And this stadium loves it.
Well, I'll tell you, this is a big play offense, and you see John Lynn, they're going to make some plays. What happened the last two times was on the option. There was no containment at all.
So how will John Glenn now respond? They've been sputtering on offense a little bit. The last time they did get a couple of first downs.
I love the defensive scheme for John Glenn right now. They're moving their two linebackers out wide, having the ends go down on the fullback and having the linebacker take out the quarterback that you have to have contained, and that good job by the offensive wide receivers for Sheridan.
So back deep for John Glenn, Adam King and Jim McDonough. They'll be standing at about their own 17-yard line.
Almost at the end of the first quarter.
6 seconds left to be exact. Nick Farmer will do the kicking. Here's the
short kick.
It's a short kick. It's fielded at the 30-yard line. That's Joe Babcock still on his feet, sputtering around, taken down by, amongst others, the kicker, Nick Farmer.
Well, that time he got out from behind his wedge, and he's not used to running those back.
So at the end of one, as it officially winds down, the Sheridan Generals strike first, and they're on top 7-0. So we will take a break. Our score, Sheridan 7, John Glenn nothing. When we come back, more exciting action from the game of the week. Stay with us. Welcome back. Second quarter action. Handoff. This time still on his feet, bouncing around, almost good enough for a first down. That's number 21, Adam King, for John Glenn.
So I think that's what you have to do if you're John Glenn, is this possession's a big possession because you can't give Sheridan the ball on 4 and out all the time. Watch a good counter play right here. Does a nice job following his block. Watch a little cut right back here, back in towards the tackle. Nice job, and gains about 9 yards. Watch for the big boy getting the ball right up the middle here for the first down.
2nd and 1. Nathaniel Morrow time, one would think. Ruckard in motion, and there's the handoff to Morrow.
Well, I don't think
looks like he stopped short this time. First quarter, Sheridan rushed for over 100 yards. Stoltz threw for 33. They have 134 yards total in the first quarter, does Sheridan, whereas John Glenn only has 35. So the first quarter, statistical-wise, belongs to Sheridan.
I'll tell you, Sheridan had a couple big plays. John Glenn did a nice job in the first couple possessions, and Sheridan had some big plays, and we know they're capable of that.
We have a wonderful stat man alongside with us, John Kerr. May have heard of him. Does a little writing. And Morrow will get the handoff on the left side. And I don't know if he got it. Didn't need much though, Todd.
I don't know, but I'll tell you what, if I'm John Glenn, I think you have to go for it even if they're short. Even if you're in your own territory, because you can't keep giving Sheridan the ball.
Got to eat some clock.
Well, you're talking about how lucky are we? John Kerr and Dave Whitey in the same press box.
It's almost scary, folks. Too much media here tonight. And they get the first down. We'll throw it down to Bill Simon, our sideline reporter. First down for John Glenville.
Yeah, it's so loud over here. Can't tell you how loud it is over here. I'm with Ron Kornikovich, and one of the reasons why it's loud is the little noisemakers. They're going to make a lot of noise here in a second, so we'll come back after this play, try to get an explanation of it.
First and 10, the handoff to King, and he gets leveled. Gain of a couple. Big-time hit.
Number 22 for Sheridan. That's going to be, I believe it's...
That's Tim Waits. Who levels him.
Nice hit right here.
Big hit from the secondary. But Adam King got into the secondary, so that brings up a 2nd and 7. Don't worry, Bill Simon. We haven't forgotten about you. You're lost somewhere in the John Glenn swarm, but 2nd and 7. Barstow looking to throw. Got his receiver, Nathaniel Morrow. Good hit, but he stays on his feet, and that should be good enough for another first down.
Oh, he's a man.
He got hit and just withstood it, Nathaniel Morrow.
Wow.
Folks, Nathaniel Morrow, the senior, 6'4", 225 pounds.
Boy, I'll tell you what, watch this hit right here. Doesn't even phase him.
Josh Stoltz in there on the hit. He shakes it off. Good enough for a first down. Ball on the 48-yard line. Trailing 7-0 is John Glenn. Looking to throw again, this time rolling to his left side. And it's blitzing Ryan Wilson, and he bats it down.
Boy, you got to look for your big guy, number 40. He's calling for the ball. He wants the ball. That's Morrow. Watch Morrow right here. He's wide open. He tries to clear back here. He's lucky that ball was intercepted.
And we told you the linebacking crew of Sheridan, they're good ones. That was Ryan Wilson who scored the touchdown on offense. Bats it down this time. Brings up a 2nd and 10. And should we be worried about Bill Simon?
Who knows? He'll either be in the band or with the cheerleaders or something. He's got the great job.
Always doing something of leisure. So 2nd and 10. Receiver to the left side. Adam King in motion. Handoff to Kyle Reckwart on the counter. And he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Josh Stoltz in there on the tackle. Now I'm wondering where Bill Simon is. Last we heard, sounds like he was being sucked down by the new Concord crowd. Where are you, Bill? Oh, I see you now. There you are.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm in appearance today with Ron Kornikovich. And Lon, if you could, explain a little bit about the noisemakers, which are making just a lot of noise throughout the stadiums that all the parents here have.
Yeah, all the senior parents and the rest of us out there, just to show the kids we love them.
As you can tell, the noise is not a problem.
And the 3rd and 8 falls incomplete. So that brings up a 4th down. Ball's at the 49-yard line. They'll have to punt it away. Intended for Nathaniel Morrow.
A lot of pressure that time on the quarterback, and he almost threw another interception.
And Bill Simon is right. It is noisy here. The noisemakers on both sides.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, one person's got a hot dog and one's got a hot chocolate on the side. You can tell me that's not good. Look at the waggle play right here. Good job.
So Morrow will do the punting.
Wow.
And this is a good one.
Don't let it hit.
And they'll let it bounce. At the 10-yard line, it's rolling. And a great punt. And Sheridan will have to take over at their own 6-yard line the second time they've let a ball drop.
The ball's going to roll inside the 10.
Spotted at about the 6.
So, Bill Simon, I guess I'll go back to you one more time.
Well,
I see you're busy.
I think we got a moment where it's going to be quiet for a second here. But the whole thing with the noisemakers that you guys have is they have the players' numbers on them, because these are the parents of a lot of the players around here. Well, you need to keep it down for a second, but explain also the pennies that you have in them. You have a certain amount of pennies as well.
Our child's number, each one of the boys' number. Like mine, 59 for Jimmy!
There's 59 for 59, 65 for 65. So there certainly is not a problem with noise. So I'll let you guys get back to the action. I'll try to get my hearing back.
Thank you, Bill, and that was a handoff to Ryan Wilson, who's still in there at the tailback position, gain of a yard or two.
What will he get next? He's talking about
Where
pennies.
will he be next?
What happens if you wear the number 2? Do you only have 2 pennies in your little shaker, or what happens there, Andy?
That's an interesting question, Todd Rock. We will ponder for a few moments.
I'll tell you what, big series for John Glenn to see if they can hold Sheridan down their own territory, because they've had a hard time throwing the ball.
And our score is 7-0, Sheridan on top. 2nd and 7, 8 minutes and counting here in the second quarter. Receiver to the left side, Brandon Fox. And Stoltz pitches to Ryan Wilson. Kyle Reckler trying to meet him, and does. Gain of a couple maybe on the play. Jim McDonough also in there on the hit for John Glenn.
Much better job that time by the linebackers of John Glenn getting out wide to hold the tailback. Here we go, third and long. Watch right here. Number 11's coming up for John Glenn.
Kyle Reckler on the containment, Todd.
Did a nice job here. Good stiff arm, but watch the help right here from the corner. Good job.
So that brings up a 3rd and 5. Brian Murdoch comes on. Chris Forson goes out. Ball's on the 12-yard line. Couple receivers to the right side. Ryan Wilson is your tailback, along with Culver in the fullback position. And Josh Stoltz is loose in the secondary of John Glenn. Good enough for the first down. They've been running him all day.
That time the linebacker didn't come on the quarterback and he kept the ball. The options really hurt John Glenn. Watch the option this time. They've been coming down hard on the quarterback this time. They come hard on the fullback. Almost a fumble. See what happened that time was we seen the linebacker go out after the tailback.
Jim Kornakovich just talked to his mother. He was in there on that hit, or at least what he thought was the hit. So that brings up a 1st and 10, ball on the 26-yard line. And a timeout Sheridan's trying to call. And they'll get it. Some confusion perhaps on that play.
Well, you were talking a little bit about tomorrow. Pretty interesting game for you since you graduated from Michigan State.
And I did graduate, and that's the key there, folks. Michigan State at Michigan.
I think Michigan State's going to win tomorrow. I haven't sided with you in a long time, but...
and I don't like that, by the way, folks, not at all.
The big house tomorrow could be the sad house by the end of that game.
It will be Joy in East Lansing, Michigan, tomorrow afternoon. The Michigan State rolls over the Wolverines. And of course, Ohio State taking on Minnesota. And I believe you're calling an upset, Todd?
Oh, definitely. I think they're going to upset them.
Todd Rock always liking to partake in the festivities at any game we go to, just like Bill Simon, whatever it is, he's involved. Our score once again, 7-0, Sheridan on top. Ryan Wilson, a 48-yard touchdown run. They'll bring up a 1st and 10 with 6:46 left here in the second quarter.
Sheridan, you know, they're definitely going to try to open it up here a little bit. You know, get up by 2 touchdowns before half to be just a huge advantage.
Ryan Wilson is the tailback. This time will be handed off to Culver on the right side. Huge hole. He's at the 50, the 40. Kyle Reckler trying to chase him. Forget about it, folks. Chad Culver, touchdown. And no flags down on the play.
Well, I was watching his dad this time, the head coach, and I'll tell you, he was running down about as fast as his son was. That's got to make you feel awful good. Not only does your players do a great job, but when it's your own kid.
Proud papa, Coach Culver.
Yeah, a little bit different look this time. Watch him come back and cover from the weak side here. He hits a nice trap block right there, and I'll tell you what, see you later. That's not run the defensive backs. He just runs away from them. So we talked about John Glenn coming up early, playing on emotions. It's hard to keep those for a whole half.
Extra point.
Missed it.
Up. And it's not good. That could be key later on. They missed the extra point. And Chad Culver, a huge hole, explodes through the hole. He was off to the races, and our score is 13-0. Sheridan on top.
Just a little handoff, a little cross buck there, and he's gone. I'm impressed how he puts on the accelerator right here. He just runs away from the defensive back.
Looks like Kyle Reckler had a chance, and you're right. He put on the afterburners, and he was gone. So how is John Glenn going to respond? As you said, the emotion's over now. They got to get back in this ball game.
8-3-0.
They don't show anything here. Sheridan could shut the door.
Definitely, you want to try to score before halftime if you're John Glenn.
Jim McDonough and Adam King back deep. They'll be taking the kickoff at their own 15-yard line. Chad Culver breathing a little easy, if you will, on the sidelines.
Well, you know, he's got some added pressure. He fumbles the ball or something. Not only do you have to come over to your head coach, you got to come over and look at Dad, and you know.
And then you got to go home.
Oh.
That can't always be fun.
We thank everyone for their participation in the 50-50 drawing this evening. And over the
back deep for John Glenn. They're going to start off with number 21 and number 25. That's going to be Adam King and
Jim McDonough.
Jim McDonough. So it'll be interesting to see which one receives the ball here. You have to score here if you're John Glenn. You don't want to fall down by 14, or you are down by 14. You want to go in for halftime, hopefully down by one score.
So Nick Farmer lets it loose. Adam King moving back to his own 7-yard line, fumbles the football, finally picks it up. He's going to have some pressure, and does. Nathan Mack, one of the first in there on the tackle, takes him down at the 14-yard line.
That's not what you wanted if you were John Glenn. Watch him, he has to go back instead of coming forward to receive the ball. He's going back, and then he fumbles the ball, and
back on his heels. Nathan Mack gets the hit. So they take over at their own 14-yard line. Does John Glenn trailing 13-0 with 6:27 left here in the second quarter. So here come the Muskies. Receivers to the left side. King in motion. Hand up to Morrow. Met at the line of scrimmage. Bounces around. Gets a yard or two on the play.
Well, he runs so hard. We've seen so many good fullbacks this year. You look at Eric Clark, and last week we had
Rocky Mountain Morgan.
Oh man, what a runner he was!
Two right here on the field with Chad Culver and Nathaniel Morrow.
Balls out to the
Brad Mercer from up at Tri-Valley. We've had several good fullbacks, tailback combinations this year.
Under 6 minutes left. Jeff Smith is your receiver to the right side. Kyle Reckard in motion. And they're looking to pass. Looking downfield. Got a receiver off his fingertips. Incomplete.
Boy, I'll tell you what.
No flag down on the play. Could have been interference.
I think that was interference. I think he had his back arm wrapped around the receiver that time, and we'll be able to see this hopefully again. Watch the waggle
got some
play
visitors
here.
in the booth with us, folks.
And the play here, and look at it right here. Oh, it's close up here. Pretty good play. We have some kids up here, man. Is there something I don't know about or whatever? They're offering candy.
We've got some more color commentators here, folks.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. They're watching TV. And
they think they're just watching TV.
They may know more than we do.
Handoff up the middle.
So we have a mother retrieving here. We are messed up in the wires here. We'll be okay sooner or later.
No problems, but I'll bring up a 4th down. At least they were nice enough to offer me some Skittles.
I'll tell you what, good thing Bill Simon's not up here.
All of a sudden, these two lovely young ladies, who are by average about 5 years old, come in and take our seats. So that brings up a 4th down. Waits and Fox in the backfield. Fox will call for a fair catch, making sure he catches it at his own 40-yard line. So Sheridan takes over. On top, 14-0. 5:08 left here in the second quarter. What a crowd here tonight. Definitely general country. And that was one of the funnier things that's happened to us all season long.
They're doing again. These two little blonde-haired girls come up, sit in our seats, and they start telling us what's going on the TV.
And folks, they wave hello, grab our seats, and start watching the game, and I love it. And offer us Skittles.
We got to get their names here before they leave.
Lovely young ladies, though. Don't get us wrong. Receivers to the right and to the left. Sheridan, handoff to Mack. Nathan gain maybe a yard on the play, met at the line of scrimmage.
I think what it is, I think they look at you as a hero is what it is, and they just wanted to get your autograph.
Well, they're young. They're young. They'll learn better.
Abby and Hillary. Valentine? All right.
Well, Abby and Hillary Valentine alongside with us tonight. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. We'll see them in the future, we're sure.
2-yard gain on the play. 2nd down.
All right, back to the game. 2nd and 8. I formation. Receiver to the right and to the left side. Nick Farmer in motion. Handoff to Culver. Actually, got the ball, does the quarterback. Fake handoff to the left side, gain of a couple yards. Good enough for the first down. Good fake handoff, and he keeps it.
And I'll tell you what I like about this refereeing crew. They let the kids play. You know, we've seen some other games this year. Every play we're lining up in the neutral zone, some chin straps, not here. Watch it once again. Come down hard on the fullback. Nobody has a quarterback. He tucks it and goes.
Great fake. Stoltz keeps it.
Coach Culver, what can you say? Always adjust the situation.
So that brings them into John Glenn territory, and they will take a timeout. And Coach Paul Culver firing the crowd up. Showed some great emotion as he goes out and talks to his troops. Throwing his hands in the air, so we will take a break. Our score 13-0, Sheridan on top. More MPL action when we return from the Game of the Week. Stay with us. Back to second quarter action. 1st and 10, ball in the 44-yard line of John Glenn territory. Couple receivers to the right and to the left, I formation. Nathan Mack is your back. He gets the handoff, shakes off a tackle, but met at the line of scrimmage. Gain of maybe a half a yard on the play. Good defense by John Glenn that time.
Hey, you see, that's a good coaching job that time. They take a timeout, they come out and ran a little different scheme that time and had some penetration. Watch this time, the penetration. Anytime you get penetration, that'll screw things up the line of scrimmage. And nice job by number 54 there. He came in right away.
Rob Drake made the first hit,
and then,
followed by his friend Chad Fracker.
The worst thing that back can do is be stood up because somebody's got to hold it and you're not falling down. Somebody has a free shot at you.
So that brings up a 2nd and 10. 3:30 and change, 13-0. Sheridan on top in John Glenn territory. Handoff to Culver up the middle. And he gains a couple more, so that'll bring up a 3rd and about 4-yard situation, maybe 5.
There's that little trap play right up the middle. There's the guard poles. And that time he had to jump over another player laying on the ground, or he would have went for a long gain that time. 3rd down with 3:13 to go in the quarter.
And that will bring up a 3rd and 5 situation.
3-yard line.
Josh Moeller comes off the field. So does Brian Murdoch.
They may have a hard time getting this play off. They may have to take timeout again.
Slow to the line. Now they're trying to hurry.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get it off. It's going to be awful, awful close. We see the referee has his hand on his flag and see if they can get it off. They do.
3rd and 5. They do get it off.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. Flag down in the play. Whistle blew just before. So that will back them up.
And I'll tell you, that's the kind of stuff that drives coaches crazy that time is, you know, you're in a situation, I know Coach Culver, he's trying to get the play, and we've seen him, and there's just the wrong personnel on the field, it looks like.
So they'll march him back. That'll bring up a 3rd and long.
The red rage. You know, you see signs down here, Coach Culver for president and stuff. Well, you tell me how popular he is in this town.
I'd say so. You win 5 straight championships, that's going to happen. So 3rd and 10. Brandon Fox is your receiver to the left. Brian Murdoch in motion going to the right side. They're going to look towards Fox.
That's good.
And that will be overthrown on purpose. Good coverage by John Glenn, Jim McDonough, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Good decision by the quarterback that time because you don't want to give John Glenn any chance. They're going to have 2 minutes and about 30 seconds to go. Let's see if they get conservative, if they try to block the punt here.
Jeff Smith will be back deep for John Glenn.
Well, he's not back very far right now.
He's only standing, well, he's moving back as we speak at the 20-yard line. Ryan Wilson again having problems. John Shank finally comes in for Sheridan to get enough men on the field. Ryan Wilson does the punting, gets it away. It's a line drive. It will bounce.
He's on catch.
Smith will pick it up. A football. Sheridan recovers the football.
Boy, I tell you, Sheridan got away with one there. They had a player come on the field late. He wasn't set. And they gave him the benefit of the doubt, didn't throw the flag, and John Glenn Smith was ball with the ball.
Number 50 for Sheridan, Josh O'Reilly, Johnny on the spot.
Yeah, right here you'll see Smith ball with the ball, and he doesn't have any chance once he drops it. See his head, he's looking up the field.
Nick Farmer also in there on the coverage, so good special teams coverage, and Sheridan has a chance to put up some more points. A timeout taken on the field. And that's a crushing blow to John Glenn.
For the you Sheridan fans that are interested in requesting reserve seats for next year's football season.
John Glenn's arguing that call now. I know what they're arguing. Sheridan player came off the field late. He was never in the huddle. He came on the field and he was never set.
Ticket procedures will
that
be
was-
explained on this
That was
order
number 34,
form.
John
Again,
Shaw,
that'll be
came on the field late. You're right, and he barely got set. He did.
He was still moving. That was
Those of you
a
interested
tough
in
call
reserve
if you're a
seats,
John Lynn fan.
the athletic department and coaches would like to thank everyone who has donated
So
their
the
time
situation, 2:25 left here in the second quarter. 13-0 Sheridan on top.
addition to our fall
A fumble, they take it over way deep in John Glenn territory at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, the Sheridan player was smart enough. When he came in, he didn't run all the way across the field. He tried to stop right away, looked in because he wasn't sure if he was on the line of scrimmage or not. He didn't need to be because there was enough guys on the line of scrimmage, and that's what John Lynn was arguing about. But hey, those are one of the breaks that we see the coaching staff still hollering about it.
Coaching staff still on the field for John Glenn, working his way off. Letting the ref know. So here we go. Receiver to the right side is Brandon Fox. Split way to the right. One in motion. Ryan Wilson is your tailback. Murdoch now goes into motion. So two receivers to the right side. Hand off to Wilson. He's got a huge hole.
Touchdown.
Touchdown Sheridan.
And you think the John Lynn coaches were mad before? Watch what happens now when the officials come back down by there.
So a turnover leads to an 11-yard touchdown run by Ryan Wilson, his second of the day. And this is a good time to bring up, hey, we got a Dutro Ford TV player of the game.
Watch right here. Nobody touches him right up the middle. And look for Sheridan to go for two here after this touchdown. They missed the last conversion.
We give out that player of the game at the end of the game. Ryan Wilson making the strong running so far. 2 touchdowns. One of 48 yards, one of 11. It's 13-0. They missed the extra point on the second touchdown on the 78-yard run by Chad Culver. So they'll try to go for 2 now to get it back.
Boy, this game got out of control, really quickly. We talked about the explosiveness of Sheridan's offense. You can contain them for a while, but sooner or later they're going to explode, and that's what's happened so far here, especially in the second quarter.
So it will be key how John Glenn can come back.
I'll tell you what, some of these guys, tell me this. Some of these people are crazy. Look at some of these guys. They don't even have coats on. They think, hey, this is great weather.
They think this is like bleacher bums in Wrigley Field, taking the shirts off.
I'm cold looking at some of these people.
Sheridan fans everywhere. Some scary, quite honestly, folks. So they're going to go for 2. Still got it to Stoltz, looking to pass. Amaro's got him and forces it to go incomplete, so they won't get the 2. Nathaniel Morrow had his jersey.
Wanted to fake to the back and hit the guy over the middle. Watch, good job here by the linebacker. He takes number 44 down from Sheridan. That was supposed to be their number 1 receiver on the pass play, it looks like.
And Morrow gets right back up. Stoltz basically walked right into him, so they don't get the point. So 19-0 is our score. And John Glenn needs to get something going to go into halftime.
Hey, it's popping here too, guys.
Friendly atmosphere, at least here for us. Here.
Yeah, they're offering us pop.
general
What more
country.
can you ask for? Pop, sandwiches.
Do they offer you sandwiches, or did you just try
I know
to
this guy. He'll
throw
get
that?
a sandwich for us.
It's a solid effort, by the way, to throw in the sandwich. Very
I'll tell you what, nice place down here.
Nice accommodations
They love their
here.
football.
Great place for football, unless you're the visiting team right now. Sheridan on top, 19-0. So it's been kind of an adventure for John Glenn back there. Jim McDonough and Adam King standing at their own 15-yard line. McDonough's going to catch it, and he fumbles the ball, having problems, finally picks it up. And he's going to try to move to his left side and get met by half of the special teams of Sheridan, and they'll start from their own 20. Having a lot of problems out there catching the ball.
And part of it's the footing. It looks like he keeps slipping. They catch the ball and they're going backwards, and it makes it tough. If John Glenn has any hope, I think they have to try to open it up here a little bit. Watch here on the replay. It just hits him. Watch him slip right here when he tries to pick it up, and he goes back, and by now, nothing worse than looking up and see him slipping.
Seeing the rage of red, or the red rage. So they take it over at their 20-yard line. They've got a couple of receivers now to the right and to the left side. Kyle Reckward in motion. And they're looking to pass downfield, and that one will be overthrown. Intended for Jeff Smith.
The only problem is you don't score, and you're going to give the ball back to Sheridan, and as quick as they are, they may score again.
Try to run a quick little out to Smith. Sheridan didn't bite. They're playing pretty close up, not really giving them much cushion. is Sheridan.
I'm so impressed with the Sheridan linebacker core. I know we talked about it before. Well, I'd say they're four of the better ones we've seen around in the 4-4 defense.
No question about that. Brings up a 2nd and 10. Smith and Joe Babcock are your receivers. They're going to hand it off to Morrow, and he's going nowhere, and fast.
Sheridan has one timeout left. Let's see if they use it after this next play to try to stop the clock.
Number 11, Kyle Rickard.
John Glenn defense has been stymied.
Sharp made the tackle. Short gain on the play, less than a yard.
I'll tell you, Coach Culver's dedicated his life up here at Sheridan to build this program, and well, I tell you, the people around here just appreciate what he's done for this program in the school district.
So 3rd and 10, receivers to the right and to the left side. Kyle Reckard in motion. And they're looking to pass to the left sideline. Flag down on the play.
You got to be kidding me. Smith came up with that
And he
hit.
came up with the football.
How about this last guy? He comes in and throws this flag way after the fact. And I tell you, it's going to be interference against Sheridan. And what a great catch by Smith.
I don't know how Smith caught that football and held on to it. And it will go interference.
That's a good call.
Against Sheridan.
Good call by the officials. They're trying to chuck him to the line of scrimmage, and I seen the referee looking. Watch this catch. You got to be kidding me. Watch this. Wow.
Tim Waits was all over him. Like a blanket. Got called for the interference. So maybe is that the break John Glenn needs? They need to get something going. Minute 28.
I don't know if they have enough firepower to strike this quickly with a minute 28 to go in the quarter. I think it's going to have to come off a run. I don't think their passing attack can throw the ball far enough downfield against this Sheridan rush.
So it brings up a 1st and 10 ball at the 35-yard line. Minute 28 here in the 2nd quarter. John Glenn trailing 19-0.
See how the Sheridan defensive backs get right up on those receivers?
And here they go, looking to pass as Barstow.
Get rid of it.
Across the field, got a receiver, Reckard, just short of the 1st down, gain of about 8. They're gonna have to hurry. Clock is ticking. A couple of yards short of the 1st down.
So they had to use the timeout John Glenn did to argue that call, and that leaves them with only 1. Under a minute by the time the ball snapped.
And 2 yards short of the 1st, 2nd and 2. Receivers to the right and to the left side. Adam King in motion. Looking to pass towards the left side for Smith. Bounces off his hands and it falls incomplete.
Boy, what a great job Smith does again. It should have been intercepted. He backs the ball up to himself. I'll tell you what, he's not the biggest kid I've seen at that position, but I'll tell you what, he's one of the better ones.
Jeff Smith, the senior, only 5'9", 155 pounds. So that brings up a 3rd and 2. We have 48 seconds left here in the 1st half. John Glenn trailing once again 19-0. Ball's on the 43-yard line of their own territory, looking to throw. Going across the midfield, and they've got Adam King, 1st down and more, still on his feet at the 40, at the 35-yard line, finally dragged out of bounds.
37 seconds.
37 seconds left. They're in Sheridan territory. Nice run and catch by Adam King.
See, when Sheridan misses the extra points, if they could just get down and get 3 here, that's still going to keep them 2 touchdowns away. Here we go. We're going to the left on across your body, back in the middle of the field. That time he got his feet set. Nice run.
Nice move by Adam King. So 1st and 10, 30 seconds in counting. King is in motion. Barstow looking to the right side of the field. Pops it up there, and it's caught by John Glenn. Does he get out of bounds?
Barstow's pass is complete.
Number 20, Greg Stam.
Greg Stam.
Boy, I didn't think John Glenn had the power to go down the field this way, and I'll tell you, they've done a great job, man-to-man coverage.
So another 1st down stops the clock.
They must not have any timeouts left.
They're at the 10-yard line now, 1st and 10 with 20 seconds left.
Gotta hurry up, get up the line of scrimmage.
Looking to pass again towards the left side, dumps it to Morrow, and a great hit by John
You
Shunk.
gotta take a timeout here, it's gonna run out.
And the clock is at 7 seconds.
I think you kick the field goal if you're a field goal kicker.
Timeout, John Glenn. John Shunk, what a hit.
That time they knew what was coming to the back. Morrow, he gets out of the backfield. Makes a nice catch. What a tackle here by the linebacker. Coming in right here, number 34.
Great open field tackle. He doesn't get him, he's gone. So that brings up a 2nd and 10 with 7 seconds left. Ball's at the 11-yard line.
We'll try to find a name here for number 34. There's none on the program. John Shaw. Shaw on the tackle. He's not in our program, but he's on the tackle.
Yeah, John Shaw, one of the many linebackers. Here we go, Todd. 7 seconds left.
They're going to go for it.
They got to go for it.
They're going to throw the ball to number 20 here. They're just going to throw it up. Watch him throw it up to him. See if he can catch you. Let's see if that's what they do here.
That's Greg Stam. They go to the left side and it falls incomplete, but they'll still have some time on the clock intended for Adam King. Scratch that, make that Jeff Smith.
It looked like they're going to throw it out here on the lob here.
Looks like maybe that's what they wanted them to believe, but they didn't bite, and they
Quick
covered up
swing
the
here,
middle.
Smith. And it may have been good he didn't catch the ball because I don't think he'd gotten the end zone. The half would have ran out.
So,
you have to throw the end zone here 3 seconds.
3.3 seconds left. The Sheridan crowd coming to their feet. 3rd and 10, ball on the 11-yard line. Kyle Requard in motion. And to the right side, he's got a receiver. Touchdown, John Glenn, as he holds on to it.
Wow.
Number 33, Joe Babcock, great catch, and he holds on to the football.
Boy, did he get stuck.
And he get leveled, and he held on.
And if you're John Glenn, any hope you had just got a little bit brighter. Watch this slant play right here. Man, does he get hit right here. He bobbles it. Watch the hit he takes. Oh, number 34 again.
John Schunk.
We've got his name now.
So here's the extra point attempt. And it's up, bad snap, and it will be blocked. Well, that doesn't help as the time runs out, but they get on the board and maybe a little confidence. Joe Babcock, an 11-yard touchdown reception from Rick Barstow. John Glenn moves the ball down the field with under 2.5 minutes left. Let's go down to Bill Simon.
Coach Culver, you got to be happy at least for the first half with the running game. Fortunately, get the touchdown against you at the end, but so far things going your way.
I was happy with the first.